Okay, guys, sorry for that. So on this video right here, I'm gonna go over Tuesday's play. Last Tuesday was the indicator of the downfall. So this Tuesday, normally when the market breaks out, I'm gonna go 1 hour candle. Normally when the market breaks out, it breaks out between, especially the last hour, the last 4 hour candle of a 12-hour candle, which is from 10 o'clock to 2. It makes a certain the final decision around 11:45, 12:30, which is halfway. Halfway, it'll normally go for the move and then it'll hold that area. That way, the next area can continue going on up, and so and so. Seeing how this was the last 4-hour candle, after this 4-hour candle, we would have had 2 to 6. That would have been your next 4-hour candle. And 2 to 6 would have been coming up to the data being released, and so whatnot. So these last the 10 to 2 p.m. 2 a.m. and 2 a.m. to 6 are very important, especially when there's data coming out. That means that the prior 4-hour candle before that the data is being released on. So let's say the data is being released at 7 or maybe 5:30. The prior 4-hour candle before the data comes out is it's very important where they close. So seeing how we had very important data, seeing how it was the last day, seeing how the market really wasn't anticipating this, it'll make sense for the market to maintain this area right here, create support down here, and as the market continues going up, try one more time around 3, 4 in the morning. But since on Tuesday we didn't have no data, since on Wednesday we didn't have no data till 7 a.m., then there's nothing to move the market at 3 or 4 in the morning. There's nothing to tell the market, wait, hold up, we're about to have data, so start slowing down the drop and start easing up a little bit as we're getting closer to the data being released and the data coming out. Since we don't have that, traders, investors, hedge funds, whatever it is, they manipulate the shit out of this and they keep dropping. So in the video I said, hey, we hit the close here at 1 p.m., which we did, but then right away at 1 p.m. I believe we were here. That's a bad sign. The hell is it at? So notice at 1 o'clock, it closes right here, which is cool, but then you wanted to hold this area here and go back up, or you want to at least wick in between these areas, maintain this, continue going up to close here at 2, and then from 2 to bullshit here, try to shoot on up, 4 o'clock, 5, and so on. But since there's no data coming out at 5:30 or 5, the market doesn't stop. The market just continues with the downtrend. That's what it normally does when there's data coming out at 7, and we dump throughout the night. So you can see right here, your next area to pay attention to go on a sell will be this area right here. You go on a sell right here, and you from there you would just drop it all the way, especially past 3 or 4 o'clock, because that's when the market normally recovers. So then at the next area to pay attention to will be this 12-hour candle. Notice how this 12-hour candle has a hard time breaking this box right here. That's also one of the reasons why I put this. Because when it comes up or down, it's gonna act like a little resistance, just like this. Which one is it? Which one was it? Just like this area right here does. Alright? And also, it's a 12-hour candle, so the resistance in that area, especially having, how many was it? 2 candles pretty much rejecting that area, even though they broke at some point, it closed right above it. Lets me know that this is going to be my last area to go on a sell if I want to catch it. Notice how when it goes down, it stops right there. Stops right there and tries one more last time. Alright. 4 candle. This would have been our first, our second. This would have been our first area. This would have been our second area. This would have been our second area right here. And we would have broke this right here. We would have broke, if you notice right here in this, if you notice right here, this is a monthly line, a purple line, which is hard to break down or break above. Either way how you're coming, like this, it's hard to pass. So anyways, notice how we break that, but then one more time, one more 4-hour candle, we try to break above, which is normal when you break a big resistance or support, like a monthly, weekly, daily. Notice then, but notice how it happens in this 1-hour candle here, right o'clock. But if you would have been pitching to your 15-minute candles, you would have been able to catch the move. Cause see how it stops there, see how it stops here, see all these moves were your selling moves. If you weren't able to catch them, these right here, this one, and this one. And then all how they were closed at the time that it was hella early, 1 o'clock. So no shit, this shit was gonna go down, especially closing here, having this point at 1:30 here, because 2 o'clock would have been your reversal to go back up and close here at 2, and then 3 and 4 and all that bullshit. On top of that, we were inside this weekly box. All this, we're telling you, see how these boxes and lines help me understand where the market is gonna go to, or how it's going to break these areas, or how hard, how fast. See, I had that 8-hour there, but I don't really like it because it's fucking pretty much by the, there you go. Alright, so yeah, and then the last move you would have been able to catch for another sell. Oh no, that was Friday. Sheesh. All day. Alright, here would have been your next area too. Right here. We're inside a big box right here, watch. It's like a Russian doll. So we broke this weekly line, then it was in a hard break into this one, then so and so. So the fact that right here, and you see where it was stopping, having a hard time breaking into here, was giving you the clues. It's like a drill, or anything else where you just keep hitting it, and eventually it weakens. That's what the market does. So the more the market touches that price, the more it's telling you. On top of that, there's a box. It's a 3 candle box forming right here. So you have your first candle close right here. You have your second one do its own thing, close right above it, close right here. So now you have your resistance. You have your support, your resistance, and then you wait for your 3-hour candle. Normally it's 3 candles, but this had to do 4. Again, notice how it does whatever it does, but it closes right inside, still in the box. from here it was gonna be either completing the box and shooting up, or reject like it did right here, and then continue down with the trend, especially because of the fear, especially because of the time that it was. It was barely 2 o'clock. So hell the fuck yeah, especially holding here at 3, holding here at 4. Remember, we opened the market at 6 and the data comes out at 7. Right here would have been your, okay, let's hold the markets opening up. We have data coming at 7, so let's start rallying on up in case we got good data. No, pretty much they either knew that the market was bad and that's what they were dumping, because this would be the time that you want to normally recover when the data coming out. But the fact that it was falling still, and then where it was at in this box right here, that's what if I would have seen this, I was like, oh, we're gonna go for a sell. We're gonna go for a sell, buddy. This is gonna fucking tank. The fact that we break this here at 5 o'clock and look at how it acts at 6, especially at 6:30. I guarantee you it happened at 6:30. 5:30, 6, 6:30. And from there, you know, keeps on happening. And that would have been your opportunity. Your last opportunity would have been down here for Tuesday. Box. 3 candle box. Again, another area, another inner box. So this weekly box is 1. And then this one in the middle is like your resistance. When it's coming up, it acts like a little resistance. Same thing when it comes up, it's gonna act like a resistance. So the fact that it smashed through all this, especially this weekly, that's another thing too. That's when, especially around this time, this is when you want to break out of this box and pass this weekly that you just smashed, to again let the market, we're gonna continue going up later on, especially because we still have more hours to go for the market. But since we close a 10-hour 4-hour candle at 10, look at the time, 7, 8, 9, and it has a box. You would have done the box. Pay attention to the time. You would have seen that bitch get rejected. We're looking for it gets rejected right in the weekly. But look, so even here, rejection. You would have gone for a sell. And even if it came up one more time, you would have fucking waited for that bitch. And then this one was a real one because, like I said, it closed at 10. So right here, even though it closed at 10 o'clock, look how it tries to fake you up one more time. That's when you look at the 15-minute candles. And then it does it one more time. This right here, that's when you would have gone for a sell for sure again. And you would have dumped. And then 11:45, 12:30, another box. But that's a 15-minute candle, so I don't like that. The last box, that was the last box. There was a 15-minute candle box, but I don't like those. And then right here, which is a matter of time of watching it play out. This was Wednesday, and here we go, Wednesday. Boom, down again we go. So anyways, let me take you guys to Friday. This was Friday right here. Look how it played out. Friday morning at 6. I think I went on a buy right here, and I made a video saying how this is gonna be. We're gonna start rallying up here because Thursday night, as the drop happened, I said we are gonna wait till later to see how we hold. Thursday night we were dropping, and then here, since we had data at 5:30, it makes sense for the market then why it would then start recovering here around 4 o'clock, as you can see, boom, and then look where it creates support above that weekly box. So me watching this, I would have gone for a sell because I know the data's coming out. It's gonna come out at 5:30, especially passing this shit right here. I was like, oh hell yeah, go. This would be your buying area right here if you would have been able to catch in your 15-minute time frame, because the 3-month, it's an important area to hold. This is where 3-month candle, meaning there's a 3-month candle and show you that this was your main resistance. So even though we had months that went above here, it was telling me, hey, this is your area that's going to be hard and very important to signal you to that we're going on the bull run if we pass this. So the fact that we're coming down below it again, if I then would have been paying attention to the time, because I know the market opened at 6, so since we're inside this box, we're supposed to break out of here. So the fact that we held that box and went back in, I would have gone for a sell right here. Easily, I would have gone for a sell right there because I know that's the weak point right there. It's important, but weak point if we ever get to that point. And you see what happened. Your last opportunity to go for a sell was at 12 o'clock. Watch. I think I already passed it. Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. It was a 2-hour candle. There's a box right here, see? So seeing how normally your 11:45, 12:30 is your weak point where it makes the actual move. As I'm getting off work and I'm seeing this, it's like, oh, we have a box forming, so that bitch either gonna recover, close the week somewhat good, or we're literally right underneath a 50 daily Fibonacci. There's Fibonacci daily 50 right here. So this is 50 of the rally that we had. That's pretty much what it means. What it means is this Fibonacci is reading from here to here, and it's telling you that this is 50 of this drop. So the fact that we were right underneath it, and it was the last couple hours of the day, it makes sense for me. It's like, oh, it's gonna break it. It's gonna break it and end up either wicking and closing up here, or it's gonna touch it and then wick right above it somewhat, or right near it. And that's what it did. And I told the homie that. Now you guys, we don't got no data Monday or Tuesday. As you can see, the market open good. The market open happy. But we don't got no data, and we left with bad news. So hell yeah, the market is gonna be very volatile because it's scared. All this job data that we've been getting, it's been bad. So we don't got really nothing holding. I wouldn't be surprised if later on around 2 in the morning, 11:45, we end up closing that down, because there is to pay attention to is this weekly and the weekly that we just created. So this right here, watch from here. Where's that? To here. So if I could, I'll get a box down here. We got yellow, purple, and green. See if I can make this red then or something. Put these forward. Alright, so that's what I'm gonna pay attention to throughout the night. Let me see what I find. What I see here. So I wouldn't be surprised. What I'm surprised I don't see my indicator anywhere somewhere here showing me what is the support resistance at. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I don't really see it all the way going up all the way up here throughout the night, especially with this weekly right here. So if anything, I can just see it maybe trying to get this week right here, this weekly line, but then reject. But then again, I wouldn't know if it was will start retracing down here. Just because it's still early, you guys. It's still early, and the market, yeah, the market has. So we don't got no data tomorrow. I wouldn't really go on a sell and a buy in this area right here. I would just wait for it till 11:45, 12:30. But yeah, that's it, you guys, for this.